Welcome to Nature's Glory Cabin Off-Road. Today we're going to do another edition of the rigs. We got quite a few things on this one to talk through, but first we're going to talk about what it looked like when we bought it. When we bought it, it was just a two-door Rubicon JLR. And Jeep talk, JL by itself means two-door, JLU means four-door. But when we bought it, it originally just had 410 gears, but the factory, the dealership had put 37-inch tires and a similar to a 2-inch factory spacer lift. So that's what I was going to do the first thing anyway, so I was glad it had that. So let me go down the list here. Hopefully I can remember everything. I was able to find these stock pictures of what a two-door JL Rubicon would look like factory. Mine actually had the plastic bumpers like this when it was new. Obviously this isn't our Sarge green color, but everything else is as it would have been from the factory. 410 gears, the tires, everything. This is the way it would have looked from the factory. So I can assume this is what mine would have looked like before the dealership put on the 37-inch tires. We'll show that in a minute as well. And here's what it looked like as purchased. You'll see the plastic bumpers, see the full fenders, and they put 37-inch tires on it with a 2-inch AEV lift. They got it up. And that's what I was after when I first bought it. That's exactly where I was going to go. Still had the 410 gears in it. It was still missing some options that I wanted. Like it didn't have the trailer wiring, it didn't have the aux switches, and you'll see here where the aux switches would have been, they're not there. But I did put them in later. The only difference here is I've installed the bumpers. We got the steel bumper on the front, the AEV bumper, AEG, and the 12,000-pound winch. And we've got the RedArc bumper on the back. The lights at this point aren't hooked up yet. We ended up hooking the lights up later after we got the aux switches installed. That was how that was done. It's a 2022 JLR two-door, V6, 3.6, 8-speed auto, 4-to-1 rock collar transfer case. It also has the what they call E-Volt, makes it a mild hybrid. You have to look that up. It's one of those complicated things. 410 gears, which is what the factory Rubicons had. I'm gonna throw a couple of pictures in here hopefully, and you'll see what it looked like. We added from that, it also had 17 by 8 1552 wheels. I think they had a 19 offset. I'm not sure. They were dealer installed, and they had Netto trail grapplers as well. Now that's what it came with. Now since then I put a AEG front bumper and skid plate on it. You see that? That skid plate on the bottom actually turned out to be hard to find, and obviously the Badlands 12,000 Apex synthetic rope winch. Got a RedArc rear bumper with LED lighting. We'll walk back here and we'll show you that bumper. There's the bumper. I like having extra lights, so there's that RedArc bumper we installed. We also had trailer lights put on. You can see right there I had to put into the bumper so it wouldn't hang down. Trailer lights and brakes and stuff like that. Barricade Rock sliders. If you notice, I still have the Factory Rubi Rails. These rock sliders work with it. There's a little gap there, so I actually have double protection. I kind of like that. RedArc TowPro Elite brake controller. I mentioned the trailer wiring already, and we put a rear diff skid plate on it. Next Venture Motorsports, you can see that there. It's a little dirty, and we added that cover later. We'll get that the next time around when we get through with this. Oracle tinted tail lights. Relocated the license plate up here with a rough country multi-light here that can do, I think it's 5 function. I only have one of those, and the Tuffy security box in here. Let me open this up. I had that customized by Offroad and Overland. They installed that for me, put a rubber mat and some tie downs on top. And this here is another star of the show. This is a slide out. I think it holds 300 pounds, maybe more. Double locking on the slide out. It's 36 inches square. It's actually made to make sure that chainsaw had a place to go. That was the important thing. That chainsaw had a place to go. And we have a Off-Road Mania table here. There's actually videos on quite a few of these things where I installed them and how to do them. There is one on this for sure. And see my sledgehammer, I use that when we're off-road too. And on the inside here, we have the RubiGrid. There's a video out there on when we installed that as well. There's a few other things there that we'll get to when we get to the next part. Now let's get to what it is today. We put a 4.5-inch lift, Metalcloak lift on it. We put a front differential plate, and you see the Moto built differential cover there. We're now on Mickey Thompson Baja Boss 40-inch by 13.5 by 17s. We've got Metalcloak RockSport black shocks, Reservoir shocks. And let's see what else we have here. We also installed these lights. I forgot to mention those. I think that's the Light Factory, a Chinese place. That's the only place that made one at the time. Originally they said they made some for, Oracle made some for the JK, but I never could find them. We got Adams front drive shaft up to 4.5-inch lift in the front. Didn't have to change the back one. All this stuff still looks the same. Notice the 40-inch tire. And in the back here, you can also see the Moto belt. Told you we'd talk about that. There's the Moto belt diff cover with the rear diff plate, which we had before. The front diff plate was new. Again, there's the shocks again. They're 8-way adjustable. We re-geared to 513 gears. I got 2 pages of this stuff now. It used to be just 1 page. See what else I've got on the list here. Let's see. Oh, rear axles. Put new rear axles in them. Carbon, which Metalcloak owns. They're guaranteed for life. Dana 44 32 spline axle kit in the rear. They're guaranteed for life. We replaced the ball joints, upgraded to XR style iron knuckles for the larger tires. You couldn't get an XR in a 2-door. I don't know if you can now. XR means Extreme Recon, and Extreme Recon, excuse me. And you got steel knuckles with the XRs. On the regular Rubicon, you only had aluminum. I still have my aluminum, nothing wrong with them, but we saved them. With wheels and tires, Icon Rebound, that's what they are. They're Icon Rebound brand. We had to put some spacers on it, so it cleared everything. We actually had to cut off the rock slider there. It stuck out a little bit. That had to be cut back so the tires would clear. Let's see if there's anything else on this list here. Replaced the ball joints with rebuildable ball joints. And we also have a lot of PowerPoints. Let's see if I can get the PowerPoints on screen. I don't know if anybody's been watching any of my other videos, but I run a lot of cameras and not a lot of power. And that gets us up to the last thing we'll get to in a second. That is USB-C, PD, and USB-A, as well as the cigarette lighter, and it turns on and off, and you can see how much power we got coming to it as well. Had a problem originally with the factory battery, and there's another one on the right side, same way. And we power a fridge back here a lot. We run a fridge on our way to the campground and things, and sometimes it was pulling it down. And here in the back, right above the power points, we have our Starlink set up so we can have internet when we're at the campgrounds or out on the road. Occasionally it even goes out on the trail because of where we're at, but it's been very handy. I don't have it powered by those power points. I'll show you that power point next. Hopefully you can see this PowerPoint. This is one I had special for the satellite. It's got a 65 watt top and a 35 or 45 watt bottom. I got the write-ups and all that stuff. And I had an install video on this as well on the Starlink. So if you'll see, there's a L connector there. The top one I use for the satellite, and on the bottom I run a camera on the side sometimes. So that's what that is. So I think I've got to everything. I don't believe I've missed anything. Oh, we had those decals installed. I forgot about those. I probably will forget other things. We had Metalcloak inner fenders, front and rear. I outlined them in red myself. Forgot to mention those. I mean, there's just, we had the fender chop done. The fender chop gave us a lot of extra clearance, and we used Quake LED, put Quake LED running lights on it for LEDs. Also have a Taser JL in this. Taser JL allows me to program all this stuff and still use it, and not have to go to the factory, back to the what do you call it, dealership, and do everything. And here is the dual battery kit, the Genesis Omega. It has the Dakota lithium iron phosphate 12 volt 135 amp battery, the RedArc DC to DC charger, and an Odyssey AGM battery group 25 that replaces just the factory battery. So now we have dual batteries. We run all the electronics off of lithium iron phosphate. All the added electronics, still got the ones that came factory with it, are still on the one that starts the car. One last thing, I will have the full write-up in the description, because in case I missed something, you can reference it down there. If you got any questions, be sure to let me know. So, hope everybody's liked this. Please like, share, subscribe. I will get another one out just as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.